Checking in with yourself is very important because your mental health is just as important as your physical health, which is why it's important to take a moment to just check in, especially during stressful times. So, here are a few ways that you can do so. You can recognize how you feel physically. So, ask yourself, is your heart rate slow? Are you clenching your jaw? Is there tightness in your chest? Are your shoulders relaxed or are they tense? You can also check in with your physical and emotional needs by asking yourself these questions. You can ask yourself, how am I feeling today? What do I need in this very moment? What are my emotional needs right now? How can I be more gentle with myself? What's taking up the most headspace right now? What does my body need? Do I feel emotionally safe? How do I feel about myself right now? Those are really good questions that can both unite the physical and the emotional parts of you. And it's very important to do this because sometimes they can both be related. Sometimes your body can be giving you signs of something that's going on inside and internally. And sometimes internally can manifest the other way. So it's a symbiotic relationship that goes on with your physicality and your mentality. You can also identify issues that could be weighing you down by asking yourself these questions as well. You can say, what am I holding on to that's no longer serving me? Are my actions or behaviors reflecting my values and beliefs that I hold? Did something happen that made me feel this specific way? What can I do to change the way I feel? What am I tired of? What can I do about that? What can I let go of that's getting in the way of my health and well being? Would it help me if I contacted a professional who could help me feel better? Like, that can be in a case where you really do realize I need to reach for help outside of yourself and you want to be guided throughout the whole process. Now, another way is to practice self compassion. So, when you're feeling and reflecting on how you're feeling, you need to make sure that you're being kind to yourself throughout the whole process. This means that you speak to and treat yourself the same way you would a friend or a loved one, because oftentimes we can be our biggest critics. And I know people that are the biggest critics are typically also people who push themselves to be so many roles for other people. So I know that they do show up like 150% for other people, and therefore I know they wouldn't purposely make another person feel bad. So to shape that narrative and to shape that perspective and bring it into the situation, you need to be like, wait, would I talk this way to someone that I loved? The answer is probably no. So be kind to yourself if you're unhappy with the way you feel too, because sometimes we push ourselves to feel a certain way, and we get like, we're already frustrated with an emotion, right? And then we get frustrated that we're frustrated. It's just a loop of madness. It's this domino effect of madness. It's this madnessception to oneself, and it's like, it's not fair because you're already feeling that way, and then to be down on yourself or to be upset at yourself for not feeling happy or feeling 100% is just not realistic, because those emotions are going to be fleeting. Those emotions are going to change. You are going to feel a myriad of emotions, and they don't always have to be positive. If they're negative, don't be hard on yourself if they're not happy emotions. If you find yourself being self-critical when you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, like if you're saying, oh my god, I'm so weak for feeling this way, or I need to suck it up, etc. Like, you feel yourself talking to yourself that way, like, oh no, stop, suck it up, push yourself, do this, be productive, don't be weak right now, don't break down, blah 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 blah, like all the things that put you down in that narrative, then stop and ask yourself again, like, would you talk this way to a friend? Would you talk this way to a loved one? Would you talk this way to even like your younger self? Like, if you picture yourself as a kid, would you talk to yourself as a child version of you? Would you be so harsh to a younger version of you that was going through something? Or would you be so harsh to a younger version of you that may be seemingly undeserving of this behavior? Because guess what? You right now are undeserving of being mean to yourself. If people can be mean to yourself, if there's stuff that has affected you and you found that out and you brought that up when you checked in with yourself, why are you also bullying yourself? Don't be the bully to yourself in a world that you cannot control how others will treat you. You can control how you take it, and you can also control how you treat yourself. And if the answer is no, because obviously it's more going to veer towards that direction, you're going to be like, no, I wouldn't talk this way to my mom, or I wouldn't talk this way to my dad, or to my best friend, or to my coworker, or to a childhood friend of mine, or I wouldn't talk this way to 5-year-old me, then the next thing to ask yourself is, why are you treating yourself this way? Like, don't be like, oh crap, like I'm just bullying myself and then that's it. You leave it at that. No, just be like, ask yourself, like, don't be afraid to ask yourself, why am I treating myself this way? And maybe you might find the root of it, because if you trail down to, why am I treating myself this way? Then you'll be like, oh, because I am trying to push myself to do things perfectly. And then it stems to, okay, why do I feel the need to make things perfect all the time? And just say, because I need to be approved of, I need validation, or I feel like I need to work really, really, really hard for affection. And then maybe you'll find the source there and be like, wait, maybe I need to give a little bit of affection to myself. Maybe I need to give myself a little bit of patience. Maybe I need to give myself a little bit of grace. Or you know what? If I am putting my worth into someone else's pocket, and that's why I'm pushing myself so hard, maybe I need to figure out why I'm doing that, and why I'm not being that safe haven for myself, why I'm not being the accepting person of myself, why I am being so hard on myself, why I'm joining the side of all the bullies that I faced in my life and choosing to bully myself. So checking in can be as simple as adjusting your behavior in that moment. It can be as simple as unclenching your jaw. It can be as simple as, okay, wait, I need to breathe a little bit deeper. But even though that goes a far way, that's a simple thing that can really, really improve you. And it can also be as complex as like, okay, is this productive? Is this serving me? And then it can even go even deeper, like, oh my goodness, like I wouldn't talk this way to someone I love. Why am I talking this way to myself? And then it goes into the reason and the cause and the root. And that's where true healing begins. True healing can range from any of those levels when you check in with your mental health. So I hope this video has been helpful. Have a great mental health day. Thank you for watching.